There comes a moment in life when everything slows down, not because things are peaceful, but because something inside you is breaking. A moment when you sit quietly, staring at nothing, and yet your mind is screaming. You've tried, you've pushed, you've prayed, you've given everything you had, and still, it didn't work. And in that silence, a dangerous thought begins to grow. Maybe this is where my story ends. But listen carefully, because what feels like the end is often the place where something powerful is being born. You see, the world celebrates victories, but it rarely talks about the war inside a person who refuses to quit. The nights you cried with no one watching, the days you showed up when your heart wasn't in it, the silent battles where you almost gave up, but didn't. That is where unstoppable begins. Not when everything is going right, but when everything is falling apart and you still choose to stand. Being unstoppable is not about being strong all the time. It's about refusing to stay down when life knocks you to your knees. It's about that quiet voice inside you that whispers, "Get up one more time." Right now, you may feel tired. You may feel like you've lost too much, like you've fallen too far behind. But what if this moment, this exact moment, is preparing you? What if the pain you feel is not here to destroy you, but to shape you into someone who cannot be broken? Because unstoppable people are not born, they are built. And every tear you've cried, every setback you've faced, every moment you thought you couldn't go on, is part of that construction. So, before you give up, before you decide it's over, ask yourself one question. What if I'm closer than I think? There's a version of you that the world sees. And then, there's the version of you that fights battles no one knows about. The one who smiles in public but struggles in private. The one who says I'm fine when everything inside is falling apart. The one who keeps going, even when there's no energy left. That version of you is powerful, because the greatest strength is not loud. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't need applause. It shows up quietly, consistently, even in pain. People think being unstoppable means never feeling fear, never feeling doubt. That's not true. Being unstoppable means feeling all of those things and moving forward anyway. It means waking up on the days when motivation is gone and choosing discipline instead. It means believing in yourself when there is no evidence that things will get better. It means holding on when everything is telling you to let go. And let's be real, sometimes it feels unfair. You see others succeeding while you're still struggling. You see doors opening for people while yours remain closed. You start to wonder, what am I doing wrong? But what you don't see is the process. Strength is being built in moments that don't look impressive. Character is being shaped in silence. You are not behind. You are being prepared. Because when your moment comes, it won't just be about success. It will be about endurance. It will be about everything you survived to get there. And that's what makes you unstoppable. There's a point in every journey where quitting feels like the most logical choice. It's not because you're weak. It's because you're exhausted. You've tried so many times. You've faced rejection. You've dealt with disappointment. You've carried weight that nobody even knows about. And at some point, you start thinking, maybe I should just stop. But here's the truth most people don't tell you. The moment you feel like giving up is often the moment right before everything changes. Because that's the moment where your character is tested. Will you walk away? Or will you push through? Will you let your circumstances define you? Or will you rise above them? Being unstoppable doesn't mean you never think about quitting. It means you don't stay in that place. You feel it, you acknowledge it, but you don't let it control your actions. You remind yourself why you started. You remember the dreams that once kept you awake at night. You reconnect with that fire inside you, even if it feels like just a spark, because even a spark can become a flame again, and that flame can light a path you never imagined. So, if you're at that point right now, if you're tired, if you're questioning everything, don't quit. Pause if you need to, rest if you must, but do not give up, because unstoppable people don't stop. they adapt. Every powerful story has a turning point, a moment where everything shifts. Not because the world suddenly becomes easier, but because you become stronger. It's the moment you stop waiting for things to change and decide to change yourself. You stop making excuses. You stop doubting your worth. You stop letting fear control your decisions. And instead, you take ownership. You realize that no one is coming to save you. And instead of feeling defeated, you feel empowered, because now the responsibility is yours. And that means the power is yours too. This is where you become dangerous in the best way possible, because now you're not relying on motivation. You're driven by purpose. You're not chasing approval. You're focused on growth. You're not afraid of failure. You understand it's part of the process. And once you reach this point, something changes inside you. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" And you start asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" That shift changes everything, because now every challenge becomes an opportunity. Every setback becomes a lesson. Every delay becomes preparation. And suddenly, nothing can stop you. Being unstoppable is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about showing up again and again, even when it's hard. It's about choosing growth over comfort. It's about refusing to let your past define your future. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to be the best. You just need to keep going, because every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. And progress creates momentum. Momentum builds confidence. And confidence turns into belief. And belief makes you unstoppable. So from this moment on, decide that you will not quit. Decide that you will not let fear win. Decide that no matter how long it takes, you will keep moving forward, because your story is not over. In fact, it's just getting started. And the person you are becoming is someone the world will not be able to ignore. You are stronger than you think. You are capable of more than you imagine. And no matter what comes your way, you will rise. You will push forward. You will become unstoppable.